Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, the passing game will be a focus. The Giants are top 10 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against a Seahawks team that has to be careful throwing the ball.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford, we are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Shift together here from the D-line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Jerry Hughes in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
Now a carry for Blount. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year, and 18 touchdowns in the regular season, and no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Jones, off play action. Now he'll escape to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Javon Hargrave able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run again with Blunt. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So we have to remember this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week. And so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
Now Austin. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Elliott, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll They'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And the wideout in motion.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Darren Lee coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Here's Blown, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's able to get it out of there. Here's Austin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Over the middle, he hits Austin. Give him 30 yards there.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play it worked for big yardage.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Delaney Walker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least. They'll run it here with Blunt. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one?
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, here's Blunt. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Here's Rodgers to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They go to Elliott again. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too. A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Throwing Jones. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So 2nd and 10 here. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And that is incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And now it's second down.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Now Blunt, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Now Jones to throw on second down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Back to throw. Jones.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Here's Rodgers throwing again. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Seahawks send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll return it from the 6. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First down, Jones. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Jones. Off the play fake. And that's Elliott, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Let's go!
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't, and this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be in the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Let's get to it. These teams are out and ready to go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down following the run.
Let's go!
Jones From the gun, he'll throw. A dump off to Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Jones now operating from the gun. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Now Jones to throw again. He's going to look deep for Perriman. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Giants. 46 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Delaney Walker with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Body Calhoun. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Lance Dunbar, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. So this is what happens when you throw interceptions, that confident veneer that you have. It's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. The Seahawks on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, Rodgers. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the... And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Travis Benjamin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. Barth now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go! Ohio! 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 Check! Let's go! Black round!
Jones operating from the gun. Austin's got it left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. A first down carry by Elliott. And some room to work. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go! White, 9! White, 9! Here we go! White, 9! White, 9!
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the gun, Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he dumps it off to Blunt. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a play fake. Rodgers sliding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. They find some open field here. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Seahawks send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Walker, the tight end, in motion. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Back to throw. Jones. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Jones now. Off play action. He's going to let this one go deep. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, what was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Seahawks on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is third down and 12. Now they'll run it with Cohen. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down.